Who cares? You're 50, 60. Who cares? It's just a number. You can still, do your thing. A woman is a true superhero.
Superhero.
It's like, your whole life having that damn period every month. When somebody gets a facelift and everybody's like, oh my gosh, she looks so good. Amazing. I'm like, yeah, no shit. She got a facelift. Imagine in like 5 or 10 years from now, what's going to be available.
Yes. There was a time that we lived through in the 90s that was the Pamela Anderson.
Yes.
Like, it was all about the bleached hair, the thin eyebrows, right?
Who's going to take care of you when you're like at that old age, Like that kind of scares me, and the health, obviously.
I mean, self-care is big. It's a thing,
It is a full-time job.
Yeah,
right?
it is. Welcome back to the Iconic Midlife, the podcast where we unapologetically redefine what this chapter of life can look like. Today's guest is someone the world has watched for years, from magazine covers and runways to reality television and red carpets. But there's so much more to her story than beauty, fame, or headlines. Joanna Krupa is a model, television personality, entrepreneur, mother, and passionate animal rescue advocate whose life has evolved in very public view. But behind the glamour is a woman who's navigated reinvention, relationships, public scrutiny, motherhood, identity, and the pressure women face to remain desirable while also trying to be taken seriously. In this episode, we talk about dating and divorce, aging in the public eye, loneliness, confidence, reality TV misconceptions, beauty standards, motherhood, rescue work, and what women finally stopped tolerating in midlife. And honestly, Joanna was even more open, self-aware, funny, and emotionally honest than I expected. So pour yourself something fabulous, settle in, and let's get iconic with Joanna Krupa. And if you're loving the Iconic Midlife, make sure to follow the show, leave a rating and review on your favorite podcast app, and share this episode with a friend who needs to hear it. Well, welcome to the Iconic Midlife, Joanna. How are you today?
Thank you for having me. I'm good. Thank you.
So excited to have you. I know we're talking about like the root touch-ups,
hair, getting older.
Oh my God. Have you had like any hair issues as you've gotten older?
Hair issues, no. Not even when I was pregnant, I didn't have issues, because I know some moms, when they're pregnant, the hair falls out. But I do have Hashimoto's, which a lot of times with Hashimoto's, you have hair loss. But thankfully, I've been okay with that. My hair's never been thick.
Okay.
I ruined my hair when I was 18, because naturally, I'm like a dark blonde, like kind of like my roots show. And at 18, it was like the whole phase of like Pamela Anderson. Everybody wanted to look like Pamela Anderson, the bleach blonde hair, and like the really, really thin eyebrows. So I made an appointment to go get my hair done, to like bleach it. And I remember like it was yesterday, and my mother's like, do not do it. You're gonna ruin your hair. So I go there. The lady started taking out the foils, and like, I am not joking, my hair was just coming out in clumps.
Oh no.
Yes, so at 18, because I had decent hair, and ever since then, my hair never grew back the same. So now I have to use, extensions. I did clip-ins for a long time. Now I do tape-ins, so whatever. No secret. I'm not going to lie. I have beautiful, natural hair. But yeah, don't dye your hair when you're super young, or go to a place that's very reputable, because, oh boy.
Oh, I know. Our moms were right.
And my mom was right. And that's the worst part of it. I'm like, and I was so scared to tell her. I was hiding. I was like putting my hair in clips, and then I got this like half wig I was clipping in. Like, so I don't know if she ever like really noticed, but I'm like, I'm just not gonna let her know and be like, I told you so.
Totally.
It's a nightmare.
Right? The more, and like the older I get, the more times I'm like, God, she was right.
I should have
like
listened.
With parenting and everything. It's so crazy. But I always tell the kids too, I'm like, guys, there was a time that we lived through in the 90s that was the Pamela Anderson. Like, it was all about the bleached hair, the thin eyebrows, right? The like super, like the makeup.
The lined lips. I'm like, when I look at photos, I'm like, disgusting. I'm like, I definitely did not look like Pamela. I'm like, that looked horrible.
I love it. Well, I highly doubt that, because you're beautiful. But
it was just awful.
I know, but the thing is, the kids now, like my daughter's 11, and she is seeing these 90s, like it's so big for them now. They want to replicate like the 90s trends and the 90s clothes, and it's like
coming back.
Yes, like that is officially how old like I feel like I am now. How do you feel about that? Is your daughter into like all the things?
Well, she's 6, so now
Okay.
now she's into all those all those popular shows and what's that Netflix show? Just totally. Golden, what is that group name? They won all the.
Oh yes.
Oh my gosh!
I know.
It's like
Golden.
she's
I can
Golden.
like
Yeah,
sing
she's
it.
like obsessed with that band and that movie, and like for Halloween.
K-pop Demon Hunters.
Demon
Yes,
Hunters. Oh my
yes.
God! I'm like, my daughter would be like, "Mommy, shame on you." So she's obsessed with that. For Halloween, she was dressed up as the purple one. Who's that? Zoe or one? So she's more in like the trends of what's going on with the kids and this, all the little cartoons or the animated series. So not yet, but there's times where she goes into my shoe closet and starts putting on, my shoes. I'm like, I don't think a 6-inch heel is safe for you right now, little 6-year-old. But
Right.
sometimes she'll try to like the lip gloss or something. But when it comes to like the 90s, not yet. I'm sure that will come.
Yes, you've got a few more years.
Few more
to
years.
like enjoy.
Yes.
Enjoy
where
the
she's
peace.
like going back to like mama days where I was growing up and doing all the weird dressing up.
Yes.
And the trends then.
All the trends.
All the trends. And when I look back at photos, I'm like, what was I thinking? Seriously, at that time, I thought I looked so hot. I'm so cool, and then I'm just like, ooh, I don't know where those photos. I burnt them somewhere. If anybody asks, I'm like, I don't have photos. I don't know what happened.
I don't know what happened. And it's funny because they start asking you, the kids are like, can I see old pictures
Yes,
of you?
yes.
I want to see you at this age and that age. And it's like, oh, I don't know where those are.
Like I like never show you.
No, never. So kids, dogs, you and I are both like such big animal people. And that's what I just absolutely love about you, Joanna, because you really put your money where your mouth is, like you really support these causes. So I wanted to know from you, like, what was the trajectory of that? Like, was there something that happened, or was it like you just always loved animals? Like, why put yourself in this like advocacy right now?
Well, since I was little, I loved animals. We've always rescued, like, even if I saw like a little lizard or whatever it was, always loved animals. My mom always raised us to love animals, obviously, have empathy when it comes to people and animals. We've always had dogs. We also had cat. But when I started feeling that I have some kind of voice in the entertainment business, when I started feeling a little bit of success, I felt a little bit like there was something missing. And I decided that I wanted to be a voice for the voiceless, for the animals, because I was okay, people actually do interviews with me. I actually, they care what I have to say, my opinions. So, that's when I started working with PETA and did all those campaigns with PETA, like I'd rather go naked than wear fur, or Angels for Animals, where, I was an angel with wings and a bunch of dogs around me. So it started at a young age, but until I started feeling that I do have a voice and I could be a voice for those that don't have one, that's when I decided to help. And over the years, I did a lot of fostering, worked with other organizations. And a friend of mine, which also did a lot of the stuff I did, where we took out dogs from the shelters and found foster homes, or we fostered them. We're like, why don't we just do our own organization? So we started Angels for Animal Rescue. And then I got involved in a lot of events for other rescues or to raise money. I also do, aside from everyday work, it's like, I donate a lot to help those. I have 2 shelters in Venezuela that I help out that are totally broke. Like, I mean, the abuse that goes on there, it's just disgusting. I mean, it's like every day it's something. I'm like, my goodness. And like, these people would be able to do nothing if it wasn't for my help. And sometimes I feel like, my gosh, you can't only rely on me, because there are others in need too. So, but it's just unbelievable. It's not just in America. It's not just in LA, this problem. It's like all over the world. And it's like, it's so sad that so many people don't have empathy when it comes to animals. Like, oh, it's just a thing. Like so many people take advantage, or in the store. Like even I went to a nursery to buy some, plants for my garden the other day. And my daughter's friend that's a year older, she's like, oh, they sell ladybugs here. I'm like, what do you mean they sell ladybugs? Oh yeah, they're right there in the fridge. And I'm like, what do you mean they're in the fridge? So I didn't even know that, a nursery sells ladybugs, and they put them in the fridge so they can sleep there. And then when people buy them, they can let them out, for their plants, which is to me like, I feel like people take advantage of, I know it's a ladybug maybe, but for me, like the smallest thing, I like so much, like I feel bad for them. I'm like, these poor things are stuck in this little looking cup. So like imagine the bigger animals were, and like that's why I'm so against like the SeaWorld and the zoos, circus. It's just amazing how little empathy people have, and they take advantage of those that don't have a voice, because animals can't speak up for themselves, just like little kids can't speak up for themselves. And like those are like two areas where I get so sensitive, and it makes me so angry that we still have a huge problem. And it's not just in America, it's all over the world.
It's all over the world, and it almost seems so like overwhelming just to tackle, right?
But you know what, I will tell you, sometimes I'm just like, I'm so grateful for my daughter. I'm so grateful for, what I've done with my life. But I'm just sometimes like, I'm not that happy of a person because I know everything else that goes on. Like being a person that's in the animal activism world, like I see on a regular daily basis of the abuse that goes on, the neglect, the animals in need. And it makes me so sad. It makes me so sad. I'm just like, sometimes I feel guilty if I'm happy, because I'm like, there's just so much sadness in the world, and it's, of course, there's a lot of sadness when it comes to, to people too, but it's like with the animals, I get so sensitive because I feel like a human being has a voice. There's always a way for somebody to ask for help, and an animal, it can't ask for help.
Yeah, you're a true empath, because it's
too
true,
much.
Right?
And sometimes I'm just like, I wish I wasn't, because it really kills me. And I feel like I can't save them all. It makes me angry at times, because I'm like, how could people be so cruel? How can people be so, cold and heartless? Because all it takes is just little, like if you see a stray dog or cat on the street, how can you just like go by it? Or if you see somebody kicking it or abusing it, or if you see it starving, like it's skin and bones, how do you not help it?
How do you not help it? On my honeymoon with my husband, we went to the Tahitian Islands, and it's such a beautiful, stunning place, but there are so many stray dogs running around, just, not being cared for properly. And at each island, I made him rent a moped for us, and we got bags of dog food, and we just went around feeding as many stray dogs as we could, and giving them water.
I just got goosebumps because I did the same thing when we were in Bora Bora for our honeymoon, and the same thing. We went to get dog food and fed all the dogs on the island, and there was a few that looked malnourished, so I went to the local vet and I asked if they can help, and there was actually an organization locally there, so I was in touch with them for a little bit, and I donated some money there too. But yeah, it's we go to this amazing 5-star resort, and then literally down not far away, there's these poor stray animals that are just dying or being abused or neglected. It's terrible.
It's terrible.
It's
And
terrible.
We have it in our backyard here in LA too.
Oh,
I mean,
yes,
you've been down to Skid Row before, right?
Yeah.
It's pretty horrifying.
It's horrifying. What's happening right now, it's absolutely horrifying. It's like the abuse that goes on, like the breeding with the animals and selling them for drugs, testing the drugs on the animals, on the dogs. Like I was there like 2 weeks ago, and there's this beautiful black pit bull with a homeless guy, and the homeless guy seemed okay. I mean, obviously I talked to him a little bit. He did say he's been on the street since he was 18, so about like 20 years, and he got into meth, but he seemed like, like I feel like some people, you can clean them up and maybe they have a future. But there was another guy that just came in like looking for the guy I was talking to, like kicked his dog. I'm just like, and of course, me being there with like 2 other friends, I'm like, I can't really say anything because he'll probably end up killing me.
Right.
So then there was another guy come like, where's my food? And I want water. And I'm just like, okay, I can go get you water at the market, you know? He's like, yeah, right. All like angry. So you know that he's like on drugs. And then like literally 2 minutes later, you see him shooting up drugs. I'm just like, this is horrible. And this is Los Angeles. This is like one of, what is it, the 4th biggest economy, California, the state. I'm just like, how is this happening?
How is this happening? It's the city of angels, and yet it's like
city of hell. That's what it is right now. City of hell. And it's like, and it's people that, also lost everything, that are homeless, are not drug addicts. It's very unsafe for them, because then they have the drug addicts that could hurt them, or their animals, or steal their animals, their dogs or cats. So It's a huge problem.
It's a huge problem. And it's like, I always tell people, I'm like, it's baby steps. Like, what can you do in your world to help an animal?
Exactly.
It's like, if that means, maybe fostering a dog or maybe sharing a dog on social media.
Exactly.
Because I think people want to help, but they don't know how
They
to
don't know
help,
how.
right?
Exactly.
And it's like giving them those outreach tools, because I think it is such a huge problem. But if we maybe all band together, we can try to make
I mean, definitely the more we talk about it, the
Yes.
more it's in their faces. They're don't get me wrong, there are people with no empathy. They can care less. They're all like stuck in their little bubbles. As long as everything's going on good in their life, they don't care, But there are people that really do care and they love animals. I get so many messages like, how can I help? How can I donate? I can't have a dog or a cat in my house, but how can I help? Or go to the shelter, donate food, donate blankets, see what the shelter needs. Talk to an organization, or if somebody wants to give up their pet and give it to the shelter, educate them that they have probably a 99% chance that dog or cat is going to get killed.
Yes,
because the shelters are overpopulated. They're puppies and young dogs and cats are getting killed on a regular basis. And I think it's all about education. It's all about letting people understand. Like, one great thing about social media is that we are so much more aware of what is going on in the world because of social media. So they can't, like, as we know, they try to brainwash in the media, but with social media, you can't really be that brainwashed because everything is out there in the open and the truth will always come out, because the media controls what they want you to see or what they don't want you to see. But at least with the one good thing with social media is, you do find out a lot of things. And if you want to help, you could help.
Yes, 100%. Because you're so passionate about it, is this like a rule breaker when you're dating men? Because I know for myself, I dated this guy and it must have been in my 20s. And he was like, no, dogs are meant to be outside. They don't live inside the house. And I was like, peace, that's it, bye.
Yeah.
So is that like a rule breaker for you when you're dating somebody? Like if they're not animal people?
Definitely. Or if they're maybe not animal people, but they are open to learning why I'm so passionate about it. But like, to me, it's really hard to understand how somebody can't be an animal person. Like, it's one thing if you don't have a pet, it's because you're so busy, you travel, you don't want to have that responsibility. I get it, but just like for somebody not to understand why someone can have so much love for a pet or even for an animal, like, something's not right with that person. I feel like they have a screw loose because it's like, if you have a heart, you're a good person. Like, how can you not love an animal?
How can you not?
Yeah.
I mean, it's such a peanut butter and jelly.
Exactly.
Like, how can you not, right?
How can you not? They're so sweet, and it's like even any type of animal, like just as I said with like the SeaWorld and the circuses, I'm just like, how can you be okay to see these poor animals in these little tiny cages, like this horrible environment? Like, they should be out and free.
Yes, just like good men out there.
Exactly.
Yes. You wild and free.
And wild and free. Exactly.
It's funny because when looking at you, I mean, from the outside, you're beautiful, you're successful, you have fame, like you've got all these great things. So it would seem like it's super easy for you to date and have relationships. Is that the truth? Or does it ever get lonely? Like,
absolutely not. Like, there's nobody that I've met in the recent, like, because I haven't been with my ex for almost, over 2.5 years. I literally maybe went on 5 dinners with like different guys, and it never really led anything to more than that. I really feel like the good men are taken and are in relationships. And, and the good men that are single, I haven't met them yet, basically. And some of them that you do meet that came from relationships, they've had the wife, they have the kids, they want to have their fun now. So they're dating the 20-year-olds, they want to get it out of their system. So, and to be honest with you, with my daughter and my work, I'm just like, I'm content. I don't know if I really, like a lot of times, like to make plans with my girlfriends to go out to dinner, that's like a process. I'm like, do I feel like going, or rather staying home with my daughter and my dogs? Like I became such a homebody. Yeah. So for somebody to take me out of the house has to be somebody really special, because I'm just like, I'm fine.
Yeah.
I'm fine. I don't need a man to take care of me.
Right.
I'm fine. I'm very grateful that I was able to be independent, follow my dream, not rely on a man, 20 years and like give up my career and now have to be crying, oh my gosh, he left me and now what do I do? So I'm grateful in that sense. I mean, of course, there are times where I look at friends and, they're in happy marriages. I'm like, it's sad that, we don't have a family where we can go to dinners or vacation. But is it something I'm yearning where I'm just like, get lonely? No.
Yeah.
No.
You know what? I feel the same way, especially in midlife.
Yeah.
I'm like, when plans cancel or I don't have to go out somewhere, it feels like I'm just like excited.
Me too.
Right? Aren't you excited?
It's crazy because like in your 20s, you're like, okay, where are we going now? What are we doing now? Like what outfit? I want to look hot and this and that. And now I'm just like, it's like a process.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like it's work.
Yes. To put it all together, to get together, to get the babysitter. Like there's just so many factors,
so many elements,
Yeah. So what would it take for a guy to get you out? Like who is this guy? Like is there like a type? Is there like,
honestly, there is no type, because over the
Yeah.
years I've dated guys that are really, like my ex-husband, my daughter's dad is totally opposite of Roman, my first husband. So it's like, I don't think I have a type. I think it's just somebody that, probably just meet casually and just like hit it off. I would probably just want somebody like more like a friend type where it's like, hey, let's go get coffee or let's go see a movie. Not like it all has to be like planned, this romantic dinner, or stuff like that. Like something just easy. You just meet somebody and like, oh, hey, I love this conversation,
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't tell you because I haven't met him yet. So it's really hard to tell. Like, I gotta have butterflies in my stomach and I haven't. And like to feel like I need to, I don't know, go out of my element to really push myself to go and meet with somebody. I'm just like, is it really worth it? No.
Right. And also more zero fucks in midlife, right?
Yeah,
like it's
zero
like,
fucks.
right? Zero fucks.
Yeah.
Like I don't care as much to like be out and about and like doing that thing, like in the 20s and 30s where we were like running around and like, had to be at every party.
Oh
and,
my
like,
gosh.
right?
Yes. If you're cool, you got invited to every party. And if you didn't, you're like, wait, what's wrong with me?
Yeah.
Yeah. And like the outfit, like planning your outfit ahead of time.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
totally. And everything had to be perfect. Right?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
from top to bottom. And now it's like, I literally go to carpool for my child looking like a homeless person.
Oh
like,
my gosh. It's so funny because I laugh. I tell my daughter this, even though she's only 6 years old. I'm like, you have two moms. You have like the morning mom that drops you off, looks like a total like, basically somebody maybe homeless.
Yeah.
Like, and then a totally different person later when I pick you up, after I shower and get dressed and do my makeup. So it's funny, but it's, for a guy, it just has to be something easy. Like, I've been through so much, and especially after my last relationship, I know what I don't want. So yeah, somebody that just adores me, somebody that just lets me be me, lets me, enjoy life, loves animals, somebody that's gonna be a partner, somebody that's gonna help me evolve and be better and than I am right now.
Right. And not be like an energy suck. You know?
My God. Yes. Because my ex, very, very much an energy sucker.
Yeah. Is that kind of like what his vibe was? Like kind of the energy.
Everything was a problem. Everything was a big deal. Everything was drama. Everything was just like, so yeah.
Do you get to like a good co-parenting place at some point? Like, is that, because I feel like I see that, I see like where people might have had a contentious relationship or a contentious divorce, and then somehow they manage to kind of come back together and co-parent. Is that sort of like...
what? We both love our daughter more than life itself. Like she's our priority. So when we were, separating, we had a mediator. We didn't want to fight in courts. We didn't want it to get vicious and nasty. So there are things that I agree to just to keep the peace. Co-parenting, trust me, it's very hard, but I definitely try my best for her sakes to make it easy. So if she wants to do something together, I definitely, we both try to agree and do things together, like have dinner. But it's definitely not easy. Yeah. But we try our best to keep her away from any drama.
That's good. You're putting her first, which is
putting
the
her
most
first
important
because
thing.
when I see people going through this horrible divorce in the public eye and saying the most horrible things about each other, it makes me sad for the child because you're not hurting the other person, you're hurting your child.
Yeah, because those words live on forever on the internet. I mean, that's not going to go anywhere.
Yeah.
So that's good. That's really good. That
So whatever, you go through, it's like your kid is your priority.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to protect them.
Protect them at all costs.
Exactly.
At all costs. So, when we look back on your career, I love looking at like the different decades and like,
oh my gosh,
I mean, it's
how
so
people
good.
change in age.
Yeah, no, but you always look amazing. You're always so beautiful. Like, and I almost wonder because, when you are somebody that is really like part of your commodity, you're the way you look and like the beauty aspect. Was there ever a point when it became sort of like a cage and not as empowering as maybe it was? Like, did it ever hinder you in any way? Because sometimes I hear really beautiful women say things like that. They say that, it's wonderful to be beautiful, of course. But then sometimes maybe people don't take you seriously or they think this way or that way. Was it ever like that for you?
Yeah, I mean, definitely being blonde and Polish and also, good looking, like I had to prove myself that I'm not just, your typical dumb blonde. I do have a brain. I can speak. I can, socialize. I can have a conversation. So I definitely had to go through, sometimes it's like you have to prove yourself even more because of the way you look, which is a shame. But I think it also definitely, like my ex-husband would say, like, you're so vain, which it did make me vain, because the business is so judgmental. It's like always, you might have a day where you're bloated and, you wear a dress where your belly's out a little bit. Like, oh my God, is she pregnant? Yeah. Did she gain weight? So it's like, like the media and the press and the entertainment business puts you in a spot where sometimes you're just like you're scared to go out without looking good because God forbid the paparazzi gets you and you're looking like your worst, which has happened to me. But I always have learned never to leave the house without my sunglasses on. If I have no makeup on, I have the sunglasses, so they can't get the no makeup shot unless I want it and put a little bit of foundation on. Right. But yeah, I mean, they got me with my sweats on and like 2 unmatching shoes and stuff. I go to dog park and stuff. But it definitely makes you more aware, like, oh, okay, like people actually judge you. People actually, if like one day you're not feeling well and your eyes might be a little puffy or you're a little, not feeling good and you look like you're not feeling that great, like, they judge you. And instead of trying to find out if you're not feeling well, what's wrong. So yeah, over the years, definitely, I think that made me more vain where I just won't go out in public unless I have my sunglasses on or have makeup on, So it's sad in a way, but I think the business really makes you that way.
Yeah, it does. And I mean, it's interesting now because when I look at like, especially reality TV, like I see Bravo, it seems like there's a bit of a pushback, like as far as, like even like Real Housewives, where before, it was all about getting in the fights and like the drama and everything. And I feel like people are sort of pushing back against that now almost because it's like, what is the point of that, right? Like
it's horrible. And especially, a group of women doing everything to fight with each other and go below the belt and bring out their secrets. It's like, so you really can't call those people your friends because I don't remember having any girlfriends in my life where I would be like at a dinner. Well, I'll be like, well, you know what? Well, you cheated on your husband, or that, like, bring out their secret in a group of, other girls and having dinner. Like, friends don't do that. So to me, it's just like, I don't know. I think it's more now maybe about, like, I mean, obviously drama does sell. Right. People love to watch that. But I think it's going to eventually die down because I'm just like, we already have enough drama in our everyday life and in the world and what's happening. And I feel like there should be more empowering shows, like women empowering each other. It's like, yes, you can show the glitz, the glamour, the beautiful homes, the beautiful jewelry, the beautiful, cars, whatever it is, to show that very luxurious life. But it's just like and what's sad is like if you have the young kids watching those kind of shows, for them to think that that's friendship, that's very sad.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want my daughter to see a show like that and be like, okay, well, I can treat my friend like that. She'll tell me a secret, and one day she'll piss me off. I'll go and tell everybody.
Yep.
You know, so it's sad. It's that's why I kind of regret doing the show back in the day, but I'm glad I'm no longer part of it, because that's not me. That's not my life. And I feel like that show kind of brought out a side of me I didn't like. And, being surrounded by women that constantly want to bash you, constantly want to be in the spotlight if they created more drama.
Right.
So the producers will be their friend more. They'll give them more airtime, So it's just like, it was like an everyday competition, like a vicious competition.
Really vicious.
And it's just like, especially having my daughter, I'm like, life just changes and your priorities change. And things like that don't matter. I'm like, I don't need fame at that for that price.
No, it's not worth your soul.
It's embarrassing.
Yes.
It's embarrassing. Like, your dirty laundry being like up in the public about, you spending all this money, or you're not paying your mortgage, or, all this like stuff, or you slept with his whatever. I'm just like, ugh, is money and fame really worth it?
Right. Is it
when it comes to that kind of fame? Because to me, like, that was never my dream to become famous, because I feel like people in those kind of shows, they just want to be famous and that's it. They don't care which way they become famous. They just want to be that everybody knows their name.
No,
it's like, what are you famous for? Oh, being a bitch to my friend and just, going below the belt. Like, that's what I'm famous for. It's like, and people actually are fans of that. And it really kind of sad, because it shows what kind of quality our society is.
This is like, the world we live in now.
It's like, we love to see other people's pain. It's sad.
It's really sad.
It's very sad.
Do you think that they got like the edit right when you were on that, that time? Was it like that or do you think that it created things that were not true?
You know what? The whole drama and just feeling like you always have to perform, you always have to do drama, like make drama happen, and knowing that all these women are against you. So like, I think every day we shot, I had some drinks. Like, I had to drink some alcohol in order to be able to be put in a room with those women. And because of that, it made me be a person I didn't like once the show aired. So yeah, of course, I'm sure there were editing moments where you said something at a different moment, or it was a different conversation, but it edited better with a different conversation. So that definitely happened. And sometimes you feel tricked. Sometimes you feel like the producers are your friend, but they're really not your friend. It's all about ratings. It's all about getting that drama out there, and it's like, looking back, I'm like, I don't think it brought anything good in my life. It really didn't. Maybe more people knew about me, but otherwise I'm just like, but that's not the fame I want. Like, I was so proud of doing Dancing with the Stars before, and doing other shows, and doing all the PETA campaigns, and, just being like, never having a reputation where I was a drama queen, or, like going below the belt. So it's definitely not something I'm proud of. It's definitely not something, when my daughter's older, I'm going to have to explain to her, like, why mommy, acted certain ways. And, and I feel bad for Roman the most, because I think he got the shit stick of that whole, show, because everybody's kind of bullying him, and so, like, I regret that he was even on there. Like, if we went back in time, I would have told him, hell no, don't do it. You're not getting paid.
Right.
It's like, why should you
didn't pay him at all?
No. It's like, why? He did it for me, but it's just like, he should have never done it.
Yeah,
it's
do you still keep in contact with him?
I do. Yeah. I do.
Nice.
We're good friends, and we have no animosity towards each other. It's like, people break up sometimes and they're still close friends, and they just know, the road wasn't meant to be, like, the marriage wasn't meant to be, but you could still be friends, and so I'm very grateful for that friendship, for sure.
Yeah. Do you think it was the timing, or just it's not the right person in general?
I don't know if it was about that. I'm sure the show didn't help. I'm sure the show didn't help, because it brought out a lot of stress, a lot of, arguments that we probably would have not had. But I think it was just, it was just about timing. If it didn't happen, then it would have eventually happened.
Is he still in Miami, like doing the
He
whole
is.
nightclub scene and everything?
He's not doing the nightclub scene in
Okay.
Miami anymore.
Okay.
He sold Mint, but he has a place called Main Row here, which is where Besso used to be. I don't know.
Yes, yeah,
So
sure.
it's a great place. It kind of brings that Miami vibe here. So
Okay.
you have dinner, and then at 10 o'clock, it turns into Miami vibe. So it's so much fun. Like, if you want to dance your butt off with some good music, it's definitely a place I recommend. So I do like going there. But yeah, he's still doing his thing.
Wow.
And
That's great. No, you know what? That's really valuable because in LA, we don't have a lot of places where you can go dance and have fun.
And great music and a good
Yes.
energy and good vibe and delicious food. So I do recommend it. It's really a great place. But like the more that I go out with my girlfriends lately, like to dinners and stuff, and I'm like, LA's dead.
Yeah, it is.
LA is not what it used to be.
Nope.
I'm just like, my goodness, if things don't change, like people are getting the hell out of here.
I know.
Or they can't afford it because
Yeah.
everything is so expensive. So they rather stay home and just not go out.
Yeah,
spend money.
doom scroll or whatever. You know? I mean,
exactly.
It's becoming so much less social.
Yeah,
you know?
it really is.
Isn't
And
it?
social media too, because
Yeah.
everybody's so busy scrolling.
Yes.
And or even like you go to dinners and like I try to be social with my friends. I try to not look at my phone when I'm like at dinner, but then you see the other tables and they're hanging out and everybody's like scrolling on their phone. I'm just like, oy.
Oh, I know. It's like nobody talks anymore.
Nobody
you know?
talks
It's
anymore.
like put the
Yeah.
freaking phone down.
Very
you know?
true.
Well, and I think it's affecting the younger generation too. Like I'm kind of worried about our daughter's generation. with
Very
this.
much so.
You know,
Very
because
much so.
they're like so used to growing up with all this technology. Like, are they going to be social when they get to be of age like that?
I hope so. I mean, I really don't want my daughter having a cell phone till she's way older.
Yes,
I don't
good.
want her on TikTok. I don't want her on social media. And it's like she has this one friend in Poland because we go there 6 weeks out of the year in the summertime. Sweet little Ukrainian girl, like she's 8 years old, but she already has a TikTok.
Does she really?
She knows or I think it's her brother lets her look at it, but I'm just like, how? And I'm just like, my goodness, you're just a kid. You shouldn't be doing that stuff. But, some parents are like, here, have a phone. Here's your social media. Have fun with it. I'm just like, what are you creating?
Yes.
You're creating a kid that's not going to want to go to school, not going to want to go to work. They're going to want to be influencer. Everybody thinks they could be an influencer. It's just like, it drives me nuts.
Crazy. No, it's crazy. Everybody wants to be Insta famous.
Yes.
It's like the work it actually takes to be successful at a level.
Oh my
where
gosh.
They don't
hard.
even understand.
Yeah, it's a full-time
right?
job. Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. It's not just as simple as throwing a photo or a video up. I mean,
Yeah, because some people they get lucky with some stupid, 15-second video that goes viral.
Yes.
And you're just like, are you for real? Like, are you for real?
Totally.
This is what it takes to become Insta famous. Wow.
Yeah. Do you ever find it, because it is such a big part of our business and entertainment, is it like the bane of your existence when it comes to like what you have to do on a daily basis?
Oh my God, it's
like,
like I hate it. I literally am like, what has this been? Like what I dreamt of over 20 years ago is not what I dream of now. I'm like, entertainment business was, you go to your castings, you go to your photo shoots, and it's like, you really have to prove yourself.
Yeah.
Now you have to do these stupid videos, because clients need, to get hired now.
Right.
They want you to have followers. They want you to be on social media. And it's like with my show in Poland that I do, the Top Model, it's like we tell the contestants how important it is to work on your social media. And every time I say it, it just drives me nuts. Yeah. I'm like, my goodness, social media has ruined the entertainment business.
Yes.
It really did. But then on the other side, it really helped when it comes to the awareness. So, with the animal abuse or just like everyday topics, we are more aware of it. So it has its negative and then it has its positive. So it's like
it's a double-edged sword.
It really is. Yeah.
You're like, I could use it for good, but it could also be bad.
Exactly. Like if it was erased tomorrow for the entertainment business, I would be thrilled.
Yeah, exactly.
I would be thrilled. No more planning stupid videos.
Totally.
Awesome.
You're like a real audition where you go into the room with people.
Yeah,
you know?
you actually get to talk to the person. They have to get to know your personality, not how many followers you have.
Totally.
Yeah.
Oh, and speaking of Top Model, did you watch the documentary with Tyra?
I did,
and everything? What
yes,
did you think of it?
Well, it was pretty insane. And one of my friends was on, I think, the first season of it. And she's like, yep, that's Tyra. Like anybody that I've met, I've never met Tyra before, but anybody that I've met, they're like, yeah, she's definitely not the friendliest, you know? And I feel bad for these girls because a lot of these girls, like they basically were taken advantage of on the show for ratings, for a hit show, never really had a career afterwards, didn't really have guidance of what to do. And that's the difference with our show, Top Model. Every season, there's contestants that do amazing, you know, and they have a career after. But it just, I think they were like, you know, like they were abused. Their stories were abused. And, you know, there's one girl where she cheated on her husband, on her boyfriend.
And she was so drunk.
Yes. And for them to really promote the show with that was horrific. It was really bad. Like, that's the problem with, you know, sometimes where people worry more and care more about ratings than about somebody's life, because you could really hurt somebody's life. And you can hurt their self-esteem, put them into depression, and you know, it's especially if it's a show, Top Model.
Right.
It's like supposed to be a show where you are launching somebody's career. Why are you showing somebody cheating on her boyfriend? Like, how does that relate it? So it's like, it was more kind of a reality show, basically. It wasn't really helping the contestants because none of them, maybe there was one that really did anything afterwards, you know? And
yeah, it seemed like the contracts were never like fulfilled. Like what they were promised was never came to fruition, you know? So I think that they kind of got dropped after, it seemed like.
It seemed like it. And none of them had anything really good to say.
No, and they all looked very sad.
Very sad, It makes me, you know, it hurts me because knowing the show that I do, it's, you know, it's the license of Top Model here. And I'm like, it's totally different. Like, we actually care about these contestants. We actually promote them. We involve them into events that we do. And if we have, you know, clients that are booking for a campaign, it's like we push our models. Like, we want to help them. It's not like, okay, we're done with this season. That's it. We want nothing to do with you, you know? And it's like they do become like little celebrities, you know? And we help them, we promote them, and we get so excited when they actually do more above and beyond the show.
Yeah, had they had like true success stories
they
on
have,
the show?
Yeah.
Really?
You know, we've had some that have traveled the world, did international campaigns. We had ones that did, you know, went from modeling to TV hosting, you know, huge shows in Poland. Others, you know, social media do really well as influencers. Others, you know, we took them out of a little tiny, you know, little country town into the big world, and they met the love of their life. You know, they built confidence and self-esteem. So it's like the show helps them in every type of way, you know, like those that are kind of taken out of their everyday life that would be, you know, stuck in a rural area would probably never the chance to go to a big city and just, you know, meet the right people. So it's like I feel like we help them in every kind of different angle. So it's not even maybe the entertainment business. It's just like in their everyday life, or like, you know, even some of them that decided to take a different route. They leave the show with confidence and their self-worth, the love for themselves, and kind of learn, you know, business sense, and also learn to have thick skin to fight for themselves, which is great because that's what you need in life, especially nowadays. It's like you have to constantly fight for yourself.
Yes, it's like with social media, being in the entertainment business. I mean, you're constantly having the thick skin.
Prove yourself. You're constantly proving yourself.
Do you still find that, like, even like because you've had decades in this business, like, do you still find yourself trying to prove yourself?
Oh yeah, I think it's always you're always gonna be put into that spot where you always have to prove yourself, or you know, you're getting older. There's younger people. There's, you know, successful people on social media and this. So there's like, but you know, I just came to a point. I'm just like, I'm not gonna let it affect me. It's like, you know what? If it's meant for me, and if it's somebody that appreciates me, loves what I stand for, and this, you know, the work ethic that I have, that it's like, I'm not gonna worry about it. You know, I'm not 20 years old where I'm like, oh my God, I hope I get that casting. I hope I get that casting. You know, now it's just like, you know, I know who I am. I know what I've accomplished. I know the talent I have. I know my worth ethic. It's amazing because, you know, a lot of times I get complimented and like, that I'm always on time. I'm like, how is that even a problem?
This is a true story. You were on time today.
I'm like, how is that even an issue?
I know.
It's like, I understand if you have an emergency or once in a while something happens, but it's like some of these celebrities, they think they're hotter than shit. And for them, it's like, oh, sorry, I'm late. It's like, everybody's waiting for you. There's money being, paid hourly here. So,
that's one of the girls on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, Dorit.
Dorit, yeah.
Notoriously late, right? Like she's like hours and hours and hours late, which I'm surprised the production wasn't just like, what are you doing? Like,
they probably like it because they know it's going to build drama. That's what it is. Yeah.
Good point.
Yeah. Everything's about the drama. The producers will deal with anything as long as it will create drama later. So they probably loved it. And maybe they even told her to come late.
Oh, that's
maybe they give her a wrong call time.
Oh, yeah. They're tricky like that, huh? They're
producers, they will do whatever they need to do to create drama. Damn. Yeah. Because, after so many seasons, like, how do you continue having so much drama? And how do you continue these people wanting to film with each other, knowing something bad's going to come out?
Yes.
So, yeah.
Okay, so tell me if you feel this. As we've gotten older, do you feel like it's more liberating? Because I do, for a lot of reasons. I don't care as much about what people think.
Nope, exactly.
And there's so many different things, but a lot of women still have a fear of aging. So what do you say about that? Is it more like liberating to you? Or are you having like a fear of getting older? Like,
what scares me about getting older is just who's going to take care of you when you're like at that old age, like that kind of scares me. And the health, obviously, because it can change overnight. Right. But when it comes to like aging, of course you complain like, oh God, here's like my skin's a little looser here.
Yes.
I'm like, I don't want a facelift. So I'm like, what do I do to like try to keep it firm, try to prevent? So it's like, a lot of it is prevention and kind of understanding it's going to happen. It's something that you can run away from unless you get a facelift, of course. Like what makes me laugh is when somebody gets a facelift and everybody's like, oh my gosh, she looks so good, amazing. I'm like, yeah, no shit, she got a facelift. Like, what is a compliment here?
Right.
Anybody can do it.
Yeah.
Like, it's not about taking care of yourself. It's not about being healthy. It's not about, like, the prevention. It's a facelift. Like, duh.
Yeah.
Okay, she looks great. Why are you being so, like, oh, my gosh, like, it's so shocking that she looks good. She got a facelift, which is great. Good for her.
Yeah.
But it just makes me laugh when people are just like, oh, my gosh, she looks great for her age. It's like...
She got a little nip and tug.
She got a nip and tug, so let's move on. Like, you can't compare somebody that had a facelift and who didn't at the same, that are the same age.
Wait, so let me ask you this. Did you make it a point to just be like, I don't want a facelift for like a certain reason? Or
I just would rather not. But obviously, if I get to the point where it's just driving me nuts, of course I will. But I would prefer to do anything I can, like when it comes to like PRF, PRP, massages, icing face in the morning, getting enough sleep. Like, I'd rather try to do that because I think it's like an ego thing. Like, I will not need a facelift.
Well, I mean, your
like,
skin doesn't look
I think it's like an ego, ego thing.
But you don't even look like you had gravity hit yet.
Yeah, like a little bit here. Like, if I can just like, there's a doctor, maybe I'll, Dr. Armstrong. She's actually a housewife of Orange County. I did see on her Instagram, and I will admit to this, I did have a consultation with her, telemedicine, because she does this thing called skin tacking, where I guess it's a radio frequency, which I hate radio frequency because they're like Morpheus, like literally dissolved my fat.
Did it really?
Yes, Morpheus is the worst thing on the planet. Any woman should stay away from that.
Oh shit, Joanna, I just did it like not too long ago. I did it like 3 months ago.
But if you don't see like a bad, like it didn't dissolve your fat, so maybe because I guess after talking to Dr. Armstrong, because I mentioned it to her, she said if you do the right settings, it could be fine.
Okay.
But a lot of times if they do it too much, then it'll dissolve your skin. Like I had hollow under eyes, and I will say PRF.
Okay.
Easy Gel saved my life because I'm like my face looks like sunken in. It looked awful.
Really?
Like Morpheus, I would never ever recommend to anybody.
Okay.
But if you went to a good person and they did it the right way, then you should be fine because I don't see. I'm sure you don't see any.
Tell me if you do. I'm
but 3 months you would have noticed. Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
So just like the effect would have just shown up.
It would have shown. Yeah, you would have seen like hollowness and stuff. So anyway, so what she does is skin tacking. So I guess it is like a different type of frequency.
Okay.
Where basically it's like a needle that goes in and tacks
Oh.
It like texture, I'm going to explain this wrong, but it texture so it kind of lifts your skin.
Okay.
So I kind of talked to her. I'm like, okay, like if I just want the lower face, so it's basically not a surgery. It's just a laser.
Oh, it's a laser, so it's not a thread or anything like that.
No, yeah. So it's called skin tacking that she does. So that I might consider doing.
I mean, I might have to go with you on that. We'll make a day of it.
Okay, perfect. Let's go. It's Orange County. We make a nice trip. Orange County's beautiful. We can go have dinner afterwards.
Yes. We'll go to Javier's, have a little Mexican food, margarita.
Sounds good to me.
I'm in. I know. It's fun. I think like we're so lucky too, I feel like, to be now in this time in midlife because we have so many options that we can, if you want to do something, you can.
Yes.
If you don't want to do something, you don't have to.
Exactly.
It's so open. So I love that women can have their opportunity is like wide open now.
Exactly. And everybody can do whatever they want. Right. And, it's just the one thing that makes me sad is like for people, maybe somebody that can't afford a facelift or can't take care of themselves as much as they could, because they're working a lot. They don't have the money to take care of themselves. So that makes me kind of sad, because it is like lasers or like even easy gel. It's all expensive.
Yeah, sure.
It's all very expensive. But, but I think it's all about women empowerment and just enjoying every age, basically. It's like age should just be a number. And it's, I think, mostly how you feel inside. Mm-hmm. Because, you could do all the facelifts. You could look, 10, 20 years younger. But if you're not happy inside as a person, that's not going to change anything. But yeah, we are very lucky. And like, imagine in like 5 or 10 years from now, what's going to be available.
Yes, especially in the longevity space too, right? With all the biohacking and like, we can really from the inside out like heal ourselves.
Yeah, there's a doctor in Beverly Hills. He does like liquid, it's called liquid facelift, where he takes your fat and I guess he lifts your face that way. I'm like, maybe I'll go meet this doctor, see what this is about.
Can you take it from my tummy and put it right here?
Please, exactly. Take it from there.
I know. I'm like, half the time I'm like, is it the perimenopause belly or is it like post-pregnancy? Like
for me, it's been post-pregnancy. Like literally my lower belly has never been flat after I had my amazing daughter, which I'm not complaining, but I'm like, I can't wear, like literally I feel self-conscious if I wear a tight dress or something because I'm like, people are going to think I'm pregnant.
Yeah, I know.
And
that's like the first.
It sucks. It really, really sucks. And then of course, the older you get, then your hormones, you're going to, it's like,
have you gone down?
It's hard being a girl.
It is really hard being a girl.
Yeah.
Yes. Have you gone down the HRT like hole? Are you starting? Are you thinking about it?
I have. And like after I had my daughter, I did do some IVF tries. So I've been like on hormones for that. So I feel like my body's still trying to recover from all that stuff. So I probably eventually will, do that.
Okay.
But like really the last, couple years, like I haven't had an imbalance of hormones. I'm like, how am I not imbalanced when I feel like I'm bloated? My cellulite comes more than the normal, like around my, monthly, what is it called? Red. What do you call it? Red.
The Red Sea?
Or something. Wait, how do you call it? My sister has a funny way of saying your monthly friend that comes.
Oh, Aunt Flo from the Red Sea?
Something,
is it like
yeah.
that?
So when that friend comes, I feel like gross,
Yes.
But
well, and you look different too. Like if you look at
bloated,
yourself, yes,
it's really face is puffy.
Yes, face is puffy, and it's interesting. I was looking at this thing, and it's like part of biology because apparently, when you have your period, you're supposed to be not as attractive as when you're ovulating.
Oh, interesting.
Because it's a biological thing. Because you're supposed to be able to attract, I guess, if you're straight, attract men to procreate. So it's like this biological reason why your face looks, fuller and maybe like more hydrated, and you just
so it's supposed to be more attractive. Like for me, I'm like, oh, I feel gross.
No, more attractive when you're ovulating.
When you're ovulating,
yes, to attract
the men. I thought you meant for period.
Isn't that interesting? It like goes back to our biology, which our bodies are like fascinating, I mean, there's
like a woman is a true superhero.
Superhero.
It's like, your whole life having that damn period every month.
Totally.
Then you're pregnant for 9 months. Then you got to deliver the child.
Yes.
Then whoever breastfeeds has to breastfeed. And it's like, we're tough. We're tough.
Really tough. Wait, so you're doing IVF now?
No, I've done it like in the past, like with
Okay.
my ex-husband
Got
when
it.
I was still with him and stuff. So it's like over the years, I feel like my body was even more screwed up because of the hormones.
Yes.
So,
yeah. Because you're pumping yourself full
You're
of
constantly-
hormones.
exactly,
Yes. Yeah.
yeah.
So you do have to take time to like equalize from that.
exactly.
So, okay, a big birthday is coming up for you in a few years.
The 50? We're talking about 50? Oh, God.
Okay, so are you excited about this milestone? Or is it like something where you're like trepidatious? Like, how are you feeling about it?
I just got to a point, I'm just like, whatever. It is what it is. It's going to come. So
Okay.
maybe do like a huge blowout party at
Yeah.
50 and just like celebrate it and just enjoy it and be appreciative of everything, that happened over the last 50 years. So we'll see. But, I just got to a point, I'm just like, okay, it's just a number. It is what it is. It's going to come. Nothing I can do to stop it. And just got to live life. And kind of like I'm in a place where I'm just like, okay, I'll prove. Who cares? You're 50, 60. Who cares? It's just a number. You can still, do your thing. And it's just a number.
Oh, fuck yeah. I love when I see like, especially a midlife woman posting like pictures and she doesn't have to have the perfect body.
Yeah.
She can have any shape, color, whatever.
Yeah.
But she's confident and she's like, look at me. Like I fucking feel good about myself. Like I love that. Why shouldn't we?
I agree.
Right?
I
It's
agree.
like-
Yeah. And I think things have changed where when I was in my 20s and when I thought of somebody being in their 40s, I'm like, ooh, old. But now it's just like, you know what? No big deal. 40s, 50s, it's like, you don't look at that. You don't think of that person, oh, they're old. Like,
No.
like mentality about age has changed very much so.
Very much. I mean, look at like us now. Like I turned 51.
That's
this week.
amazing, and you
Thank
look
you.
great.
Thank
Yeah.
you. But like, when you look back, like you're saying 20, 30 years, 50 didn't look like this, you know?
No.
Like we're changed.
And you probably really take care of yourself, because there's still 50 that doesn't look like you.
Oh, well, you're very sweet.
So
Thank you.
it's true. It's all about how you take care of yourself. Also, just what stress you go through.
Yes.
It's like everyday life. Life could really have a big effect on aging and stuff. So it's like you just got to take care of yourself. Love yourself. I think that's the most important.
Yes, it's
And
true.
it
You have to
shows.
love yourself. And like you're saying, take care of the stress. Stress will
Yes,
kill you,
it will.
you know?
Yeah.
So what do you do when you're stressed? Like what is the remedy for that for you?
Have some red wine.
Love it. I'll bring my tequila.
Yeah,
Well, that's
exactly.
perfect.
Exactly. Tequila's healthier, so probably I should. And just go do something with my daughter. Just relax, or go to the beach, or watch some stupid show that's gonna get you distracted.
Yeah, it's true. Just having your own time, right?
Exactly.
Away from all the
For
mess.
the craziness. Yeah.
I know. We don't take enough time for ourselves, you
Yeah.
know? I mean, self-care is big. It's a
It
thing, you know?
is. It is a full-time job.
Yeah,
right?
it is. It totally is. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, hair, skin,
Yeah.
nails,
It's
like
like-
biohacking
it's everything,
inside.
yeah. It's everything.
Working out. Oh my God, the protein. I'm like, how much protein? Like, how do you get all the
And
protein?
water. Like speaking of water, I'm so bad at drinking water, and like I don't eat meat, so for the protein it's hard
yeah.
for me.
How
So
are
like
you-
a lot of plant-based protein
Okay.
shakes because I don't really.
Are you eating like beans and stuff like that too? Is it more like legumes as well? Or
Not
what do you-
really. But I will say, even though I don't eat meat,
Uh-huh.
I do buy local eggs. Like I just make sure
Okay.
it's from a local farm where the dogs, where that's how rumors start, where the chickens live a good life and they run free. Because I do have 2 raw eggs a day.
Oh, you do? Do
Raw
you just
eggs.
drink them straight up?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, a
No,
doctor in Poland
Okay.
mentioned it to my mom that it's like the healthiest thing you could do. I'm not a doctor, so don't do this at home. I'm not going to be responsible. But he says it's like everything you basically need is in those yolks, and it's yolks, 2 egg yolks.
So it's not the whites because everyone's like,
No,
I
the
eat egg
whites are
whites.
actually the non-healthy stuff. He said, yeah.
Oh, so it's get the yolks
Get the
in.
yolks, yeah.
Okay,
So
so-
I do 2. Some people
Okay.
do more. Like he does, I think 5 a day. So it just depends. But
Wow.
my mom does, I think 3 a day.
Oh my gosh, that's a good
So,
tip.
yeah. I mean, hopefully we'll see. We'll see what my blood work comes out,
Yeah.
if it's perfect or not. But, yeah, that's what I've been doing. So
Okay, this is good to know. What about with your daughter? Is she going to also be vegan, or is she eating meat, or
you know what? She doesn't eat any meat. She basically, it's hard to get anything in her. Like, she loves her fruits. Obviously, she loves her carbs, which is
they love
problem.
carbs, pastas and everything.
Pastas, mac and cheese, bagel, all that croissant. But with her, the good thing is that she drinks a plant-based protein drink at nighttime. So ever since she was a baby, she drank it. She does not want to eat meat. She's like, anytime, like, I'm like, here, honey. And it's like, oh, is that an animal? Is that real? So she asks. She's at the point she asks, and she does not want to eat meat.
Yeah, she becomes conscious of it, right?
She does. Because especially, meat mama being a big animal lover, so I kind of, send the energy towards her, and just, if she asks, I tell her the truth. I don't lie to her. I don't sugarcoat anything.
Yeah, that's important. I think, to be honest with your kids,
exactly.
right?
When she's older and she decides, obviously I'm not going to lie. There were times where I just let her try something.
Right.
And if she liked it, then right away she's like, is that meat? I don't want meat, mommy, stop. I don't want to try any meat. So I'm just like, okay, baby, I'm not going to give you meat to try. But, when she gets older, if she wants to, that's her decision.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So what advice would you give your 25-year-old self?
25-year-old, I would be like, don't put love first. Forget the men. Forget relationships. Follow your dreams. Because I do feel I would have accomplished a lot more being single. I remember my manager at the time, she's like, oh, Joanna, why? Why? I could do so much more with you if you were single. Because, when you're in a relationship, you think twice.
Right.
Before you want to do something, if you take on a job, if you're going to travel for work. Also, if you're not single, at that time, it wasn't as cool to hire, And, there were opportunities where you didn't take. Like, I remember Adam Levine asked me out, called my manager to take me out to dinner. And I said no, because he wasn't my type. And then a few months later, his manager called again, wanting to hire me for the music video where Ann V ended up doing it, and they ended up being together. And I said, no, I'm not going to. I was with Roman at the time. And I got that offer. And it wasn't because of Roman, actually, that I said no to the music video. I said, hey, I'm not here to sell. I'm not going to be rolling around in bed naked with a guy that I don't want to go on a date with. So I took it as like, this is his way of meeting me after I said no to dinner. But I definitely would not put love as a priority, because looking back, I'm just like, what did love get me? A lot of heartaches, a lot of maybe missed opportunities. So for me, I probably would have been more about just like work. And then maybe my life journey with love would have taken a different course,
Yeah. No, but we all learn from our
We all
experiences,
learn,
right?
we all live and learn.
Yes.
Sometimes you're just like, if only I knew back then what I know now.
Totally.
Yeah.
It's true. Well, thank you so much,
Thank you.
Joanna. You're amazing.
You're amazing. So
I love
fun.
it. I'm serious. We're going down to Orange County and
Let's
getting
go.
that.
Let's do it.
I'm in.
Hey.
So Joanna, can you tell everybody where to find you? I mean, I'm sure they know what your social media is, but just in case they know.
Yeah, just on my social media, Joanna Krupa, my Instagram. Or, also on my Instagram, there's my email, not my personal email, but, my work email, so they need to get a hold of me.
Nice. Yeah. Anything exciting coming up?
Well, I'm starting to travel again for Poland. We're doing our 15th season of Poland's Next Top Model. So I'm very excited for that. Just keep adding to my perfume line in Poland. I do have something special coming out, which is more for the U.S. market, but can't talk about it just yet. So maybe I'll be back for that.
Okay.
To talk about it. So yeah, just like, just enjoying life and working away and just raising an amazing 6-year-old.
And saving the dogs.
Saving the dogs,
right?
Yes. Always. And hoping for the best in this next mayor election.
I know. Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed, yes.
Amazing. Thank you, Joanna.
Thank you.
Joanna Krupa, thank you so much for being here and for being so open, honest, glamorous, hilarious, and real. I think so many women are going to see pieces of themselves in this conversation, whether it's navigating reinvention, relationships, motherhood, confidence, heartbreak, public pressure, or simply figuring out who you are beyond how the world sees you. And honestly, I love that this conversation reminded us that midlife isn't about disappearing quietly into the background. It's about evolving, owning yourself more fully, protecting your peace, caring a little less about outside validation, and maybe becoming even more interesting in the process. If you love this episode, make sure you follow the Iconic Midlife, leave a rating and review, and send this episode to a friend who would absolutely have opinions during our hot or unhinged game. And don't forget to come back on Thursday for the game episode with Joanna, because trust me, it gets very, very funny very fast. Until next time, stay bold, stay curious, and stay iconic.